Good day. My name is Chaka Erasmus. I'm a practicing attorney in South Africa, and I'm going to establish whether there is a genocide in progress in South Africa, and I'm going to use the scientific method. Firstly, we have to look at the definition of genocide, and I'm going to read it. You can Google it yourself and read it. I'm going to read it into this video. Genocide is the intentional, partial, or total destruction of a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group, defined legally by the 1948 Genocide Convention as killing, causing serious bodily or mental harm, inflicting destructive life conditions, preventing births, or forcibly transferring children. It is a crime of specific intent, focusing on the destruction of the group itself rather than just large-scale killing. This is the first mistake that people make, is to confuse the word genocide with the word extermination. When people, I notice it in all the media channels and news channels, and everybody talk about genocide as if it means extermination, violent, large-scale extermination. No, that's not what a genocide is. Let's have a look at the 10 stages of genocide. Again, by a simple Google search, you'll find 10 stages of genocide. I'm only going to read the stages here now. Classification, symbolization, discrimination, dehumanization, organization, polarization, preparation, persecution, extermination is the one that people always confuse with genocide. Extermination, the 9th stage of genocide, and lastly, denial. So genocide consists of 10 stages, and it's not necessarily violent or murderous. We just also need to look at Genocide Watch. South Africa, Genocide Watch has got a page, and they got pages for different countries where there are genocides in progress, and there's a URL. If you want to find it, you can find it yourself. Genocide South Africa, and South Africa is categorized as on stage 6 of genocide, polarization. Personally, I'm of the opinion that we're far beyond stage 6. We're already in stage 9. That's stage 10. I'll indicate it to you. I'll indicate to you that all 10 stages of genocide is in progress in South Africa. I'm not going to analyze what Genocide Watch say. You can do it yourself. So I'm just gonna continue now with applying these different stages to the facts in South Africa and see what conclusion we get to. Let's start with classification. People are divided into them and us. 100%. 100%. South Africa is divided into black and white. That is actually stage 1 of genocide. Second stage, symbolization. When combined with hatred, symbols may be forced upon unwilling members of pariah groups. Let's first look at hatred. It's not really necessary to look at the definition of hatred. We all know what hatred is. The hate against whites in South Africa is unbelievable. Don't believe me, just look at social media, look at what black leaders in parliament say. The hate against whites in South Africa is unbelievable. Symbols may be forced upon unwilling members. The best example of a symbol in South Africa that's used to identify white people as bad for South Africa and for Africa is Jan van Riebeeck. Anything, if the black hate groups want to be hateful towards whites, they will refer to whites as Jan van Riebeecks. Jan van Riebeeck was the founder of the Cape Colony in 1652, the Dutch settler. So Jan van Riebeeck is absolutely a symbol of hate and of white presence in South Africa. When we look at the third stage of genocide, discrimination, the easiest and the most glaring one is the 145 race laws in South Africa, preventing white South Africans to reach their full potential in the business world. And of that, the most glaring example is Elon Musk's Starlink, which cannot operate in South Africa because Elon Musk is white. The discrimination in this country is real, and it's bad. Yeah, and then there are many others. The BEE, Black Economic Empowerment, which was supposed to rectify injustices of the past, but became a tool by the ruling blacks to oppress whites. It's destructive to our economy, and it's just continuing. I also want to refer to the Bella Act, which is discrimination against white and Afrikaans mother tongue schools, trying to exterminate our language and our culture. That is the whole idea of the Bella Act. Bella Act. Go look it up. If we move on to the fourth stage of genocide, dehumanization. Other groups denies the humanity of the other group. Members of groups are equated with animals, vermin, insects, excrement, or diseases. In South Africa, they call us settlers, they call us Dutch colonialists. That is part of the dehumanization. We must go back to Europe, we're going to swim, things like that. That is dehumanization. My ancestors arrived here 400 years ago. That is not realistic, real, honest criticism against me. That is dehumanization. The fifth stage of genocide, organization. Genocide is always organized. Special army units or militias are often trained and armed. In the South African situation, firstly, that happened a few years ago. The government disbanded the commando system. The commando system was a type of civilian defense mechanism against crime in country, on farms and countryside, where the police are slower to react. The commandos consisted of local members of the community. You're closer to the incident and you can react quicker. The government, the ANC government, disbanded the commandos. What an easy way to deliver these farmers to criminals. Just remove their protection by the state. Yes, the police is there, but the police are in the towns and they're further and slower to react and slower to arrive at the scene. They are reactive. They arrive after the incident took place. This ANC government disbanded the commandos because they wanted the farmers to be unprotected. Listen to what I'm telling you. And the other form of organization is the way the South African government is trying to disarm legally abiding citizens, good, normal, abiding citizens carrying firearms to protect themselves against crime. The government is trying its best to disarm honest, good, weapon-carrying citizens and thereby giving an advantage to criminals. But they themselves, the members of parliament, they themselves, and all of them, mayors and so on, they have huge amounts of bodyguards. But we're not allowed to. They want to deliver us to criminals. Or they have another plan with us. Yeah. Maybe they have another plan with us. Polarization. Extremists drive groups apart. Leaders are arrested and murdered. Laws erode fundamental civil rights and liberties. Let's go to the first one. Extremists drive groups apart. Absolutely, in South Africa. Absolutely. This white-black thing is all over South Africa. White versus black. Next one, leaders are arrested. Prominent Afrikaner freedom fighters like Kali Kriel and other leaders of AfriForum, Steve Hofmeyer, are vilified. White settlements like Orania are vilified and smeared and lied about. And some of them, like the leaders of AfriForum, have actually been charged. No, not intend to be charged. They have been charged with high treason. For doing what? For going to the international community and ask for help against this. They have been charged for high treason. Stage 7, preparation. Mass killings is planned. Victims are identified and separated because of their ethnic and religious identity. Mass killings is planned. What better proof do you have? Politicians, members of parliament, standing in huge stadiums full of thousands of people, chanting, "Kill the boer, kill the farmer," inciting people to murder and exterminate me and my people. Now, if that is not preparation, what is? And this is sanctioned by the South African Constitutional Court. They have the constitutional right to sing and dance and chant and shout how they want to kill and exterminate me. Stage 8, persecution, expropriation, forced displacement, ghettos, concentration camps. It made world headlines. This expropriation without compensation legislation that was enacted in South Africa a year or so ago. President Cyril Ramaphosa is on record, standing in front of the cameras, telling he's going to expropriate land without compensation. Stage 8 of genocide, persecution. That's where South Africa are definitely, openly, for the whole world to see. It is extermination to the killers because they do not believe their victims to be fully human. Now, this is where most people make a huge mistake, confuses genocide with extermination. People will say, but I don't see any. There is an extermination. You don't have to, they will say, but there's no, whites are still partying and so on. Some whites are still partying. It's not extermination of the entire white population. At this point in time, it's extermination of white farmers only. That doesn't mean that genocide is not against all whites. The genocide is against all white people. Well, all Afrikaners, because they're targeting our language and our schools and everything. But the extermination is against white farmers only. Black farmers also get into trouble with criminals, but the extermination is against white farmers mainly, not the entire white population. I saw white South African farmers stating that I don't think it's genocide because it is normal crime. As I indicated earlier in the organization phase, the protection has been removed so the criminals can do their job. So it's naive to say there's no extermination. They say genocide, but they're confused. There's no extermination because it's normal crime. They release the criminals upon the farmers. They don't stop protecting farmers against criminals, and that is extermination. The last stage of genocide is denial. Very famous words from President Cyril Ramaphosa. There are no farm murders in South Africa. Denial. 100% denial. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I just proved to you that all 10 stages of genocide is in progress in South Africa. Don't give me, again, a denial of a genocide in South Africa. There's a genocide, the extermination is against the small population. Yes, there's something, the final word I have to say about the genocide is, it is not a hot and a furious and a fast genocide. It is the frog in the pot with water that's going slowly getting hotter. It's a slow and long protracted genocide. I want to compare it with a Cold War between the Soviet Union and the West long ago. And eventually it came to an end. But there were no hot war. There was no firearms and missiles, and they threatened each other, but it was a Cold War. But was it a war? Yes, it was a war. Now the same with the genocide in South Africa. Don't make the mistake to, if you look around and you don't see blacks running behind whites with pangas, there's no genocide. That's not the meaning of genocide. Think about it. Think about it. It's a genocide. It's a low intensity genocide maybe, long protracted, but it's a genocide nevertheless. Take me on this. I dare you. Take me on.